Hello, I'm Carlos from Music Mentor, and today we're going to be looking at the types of guitar amplifiers. Now onto our lesson. The types of guitar amplifiers. There are four main types of guitar amplifiers: tube, solid state, modeling, and hybrid. Each type of amplifier uses a different type of technology to produce your tone. All four types of guitar amplifiers also come in different configuration of speakers, which play a big part in shaping your tone. The valve or tube amplifiers are named after the vacuum tubes they use to drive the amp. Many guitarists feel tube amps produce the best tone. Tubes were used in all amplifiers before transceivers were invented. But many guitarists still prefer to use a tube guitar amplifier today due to the warm tones they can produce. The good thing about these amplifiers is that they are simple to use and produce warm tones that many guitarists like. The bad thing is that they tend to be more expensive. Their tubes are fragile, will burn out, and require maintenance. Also, these amplifiers can be seriously heavy, and unfortunately the best tones from tube amplifiers are usually only possible at high volumes. Many tube amplifiers don't produce good tones at low volumes, so compared to other types of guitar amplifiers, the tube amps are limited in the variety of tones they can produce. After the transceiver was invented, a new type of guitar amp started to appear: the solid-state guitar amplifier. Replaced glass vacuum tubes with transceivers on a printed circuit board. The good thing about solid-state amplifiers is that they can produce completely clean tones, perfect for jazz guitarists, for example, and they are light and relatively cheap. The bad thing is that these amplifiers are very limited compared to a modeling amplifier, and many guitarists don't like the tones produced. The modeling guitar amplifiers, or digital amps, are an evolution over solid-state guitar amps. These guitar amplifiers use modern technology to produce a wide range of tones and effects. The name modeling comes from the idea that the amplifier tries to recreate the tone from a different type of amplifier. The big advantage of modeling guitar amps is flexibility. Some modeling amps give you access to hundreds of different amps model, inbuilt effects, and presets. The good thing about these amps is that you have access to a large variety of guitar tones and effects. Also, they are significantly lighter than solid-state or tube amps, and usually far lower in cost compared to other amps types. The bad thing is that older modeling amps don't sound as good as the latest models. Last but not least, the hybrid guitar amplifiers. These amplifiers are a mix of different amp technology. They are not popular because most guitarists will either prefer a classic tube amplifier or a modeling amp. But the hybrid guitar amplifiers do suit some guitarists. Few guitarists find these types of amplifiers appealing. The good thing about these amplifiers is that you have access to a wider range of guitar tones and effects than a typical tube amp. Also make use of real tubes for that authentic guitar amplifier tone. The bad thing is that if you compare these amplifiers to a typical modeling amp, they are heavier due to the tubes, more expensive, and there is not a big difference in tone. Hope you learned something of this presentation. You can find this content at guitargearfinder.com. Thank you for joining us today. We will be releasing new content each Monday. You can follow us on Facebook and Instagram with the links below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Until next time, this is Carlos with Music Mentor.